The prosecutor overseeing the Hunter Biden probe is now disputing two whistleblowers' claims that the Justice Department interfered with that case. Delaware U.S. Attorney David Weiss, in a letter to Senator Lindsey Graham, saying he has, quote, never been denied the authority to bring charges in any jurisdiction, end quote there. But IRS whistleblowers testified that Weiss was blocked from bringing charges against the president's son in Washington, D.C. and also California. Weiss also says he did not ask to be named as special counsel, which would give him greater autonomy over the case and also protection from being fired. Let's bring in Julia Manchester, national political reporter for The Hill. Julia, always good to see you. Break down this latest development for us. What exactly is he disputing here?
Yeah, good morning, Marky. So he is disputing claims made by IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley, who essentially said that David Weiss was denied a request to essentially become special counsel or get the special counsel status to investigate Hunter Biden. Now, this was all in response to a letter from Senate Judiciary Ranking Member Lindsey Graham requesting more information about the case. So we're getting two very conflicting stories out of this. And this is all very important because we know that congressional Republicans in the House and the Senate are trying to move forward to investigate the handling of this probe into Hunter Biden. But now there's conflicting reports, so that obviously complicates the situation.
And you bring up a great point, and the point I wanted to get to next, Julia, and that's that at this point, it's just a lot of he said, they said, right? From the IRS, from Weiss, and outsiders are inclined to believe one side over the other, depending on their politics. So what's being done to verify what really happened behind the scenes?
Well, we do know that Attorney General Merrick Garland and the Justice Department have sort of, or Justice Department officials have sort of clarified this, saying that Merrick Garland or the Attorney General in these sort of cases, not just in this one, but in any case, only the Attorney General has the power to make someone a special counsel. So they're trying to clarify this, but we're going to start to see more congressional Republicans continue to request this kind of information. In fact, we do know that the chair people, of the House Ways and Means, Oversight, and other committees in the House are going to start requesting transcribed interviews. And I think there's a deadline by Thursday for those interviews. But if they don't make that deadline, there's going to, or they're threatening the possibility of some subpoenas to be issued. Right. So a lot of unanswered questions and Republicans saying they're trying to get more to the bottom of this.
And as we know, President Biden hasn't really come out and said much about this other than he's proud of his son, hasn't really covered his business dealings, the laptop scandal. At some point, should he be upfront about it?
Yeah, Marky, what's really interesting is that he's not talking in detail about this case in particular when he's asked these questions on the White House lawn or in pool sprays in the Oval Office. He is he is keeping quiet. However, there are actions that he's taken that would say he supports his son. His son travels with him quite a bit. He's present at White House events. He and the First Lady have put out statements saying they support their son. So we're not hearing any detailed responses from the president, but we do get the sense, and he is certainly sending these signals that he is absolutely standing by his son, and that's not going to change. I think for Biden, or as for anyone in a situation like this is very personal for him, and he is very much trying to put out the appearance and signal that he is close with his son, who's sticking by him.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see if he takes a more head-on approach to this issue for voters, especially as the 2024 presidential campaign continues to heat up. Julia Manchester, thanks so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.